So this is a very usual sort of battle of the experts and the two most common, issues at hand. Now, the one thing is, I haven't seen the whole autopsy, but the sort of excerpts I've seen from it, how do you decide that? Now, the body tries to heal itself with any injury, whether it's a paper cut or a laceration to the liver, the heart, a lung contusion. So anytime there's an injury that's not supposed to be there, the body has a very timed response to it. And the fact that there's acute inflammation, that is the body's sort of first-line defense, these inflammatory cells, you heard them called polymorphonuclear cells, but I'm just going to call it the sort of first-line defense of the body. And that doesn't happen after CPR. You're basically, the child's dead by then. Even if the blood is circulating, the body doesn't have a coordinated response. So this, to me, these are real injuries.
But Priya, just give me one more beat on this, then I want to go to Sara for why it matters to the defense and what equates with reasonable doubt, which is all they're looking for. How could Baden be so wrong?
Well, I'm looking at it like he's looking at just one aspect of it. So in my, I guess, overall assessment, without all the nitty-gritty, if you have an impact to the chest and then a lung bruise, a lung contusion, that makes it really hard to breathe. It's very painful. If anybody has bruised a rib, broken a rib, anything of that nature, it's very painful. And this kid was not medicated. And so if you don't take a deep breath, like they tell us after surgery, don't lay in bed, right? You're going to get a pneumonia. That's the same thing that's happening. So this kid, I think, is having sort of multiple episodes of being weakened. And when the lungs really take a hit, no pun intended, that the bacteria can sit in there, get a pneumonia, and then it spreads to the body that's already weakened.
So, Sara, we're talking about probabilities here. And with a guy like Baden sitting on the stand, how much percentage of doubt does he have to create that can make a difference in the jury room?
Yeah, I mean, Chris, Priya's explanation obviously makes sense to me, but the jury didn't hear that. The jury heard Dr. Baden. And he has, as you said, tremendous gravitas. And he's testified for both sides. His testimony has led to acquittals in high-profile cases. And I can tell you, my own experience, he doesn't take every case. And what, ultimately, you have a battle of experts, but the jury's going to go with who makes more sense. And so I think he just blew up. I mean, the cause of death is the real issue here. The big ticket, charge is the murder charge, not the child abuse charge, not to minimize it. But, it's all about whether he died of a natural cause or he died of blunt force trauma. And so he really, and, that cross-examination was very weak. Maybe Matt will disagree, but, that was no blockbuster moment. I think sometimes we mistake theatrics for effectiveness, and it wasn't. Asking Dr. Baden whether he's seen pictures of bruising going back in time, it's like, no, I've seen his medical history. I've seen his labs. This was rapid pneumonia. So I think it really made sense to the jury, and I think it really cast doubt on the prosecution's case.
Now, the pivot point, Matt, is you take a guy like Baden and you play to his arrogance. This is an older guy now. He's past prime. He wants to be right about it, but he doesn't know the full picture because he's more interested in his own opinion than he is the facts. Was the prosecution able to do that to him?
Well, first of all, Chris, the good doctor really hit the nail on the head here. This is a microcosm of every child abuse case in America. Essentially, this is the way it always goes. You've got a child who's abused. The defense will almost every time call an expert to say that this was a part of resuscitation efforts. And that's really what explains the injury. So this case got a lot of media because, of course, of the video, but this is happening all across America right now. I agree with Sara. I didn't think that the cross-examination of Baden was particularly good. I have to share with you, I've been wanting to cross-examine Michael Baden my entire career. I wasn't that impressed with his testimony because I've seen this shtick so many times from so many forensic pathologists. They always come in and do this. And if you got a good jury, that video is powerful. But remember, we had the testimony of the pediatric nurse. The nurse said they did pediatric CPR efforts. That's a completely different program than two hands on an adult. And she was adamant about that. And I also The testimony of Dr. Feingold, I thought, was very, very persuasive. That was the prosecution expert who reviewed all the labs and talked about how he had no infection just hours before. So this is a common sense analysis. The law is going to encourage the jury to use their common sense. So you've got a 6-year-old who's perfectly healthy in every way, who's being horribly abused by somebody in his life. We know who it is because we've got this video. We've got all of those injuries consistent with abuse. And don't you just hate it when a healthy kid spontaneously just dies and it has nothing to do with the abuse?
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.